Right, so here we are now, back at the Moulsdale Foundation car collection. Last time I was here, well, I made a wee short video of the open day of well, 3 cars that were here that that I never managed to get first time I came here. Last time I came here with my big camera and made a big video of it was when I came here with the college. I'll leave a link down in the description below. But we're here, well, I should be at the Scottish Festival of Motoring in Ingliston, but I'll get to that later on. Now, like, it's another open day, and we're here just to see what's new. I did hear that there's apparently some new arrivals here, that some of the cars from last time have left, and there's new exhibitions. Who knows what they are? I don't know what they are, so why don't we find that together, shall we? So with that, let's get inside and see what's new and what's changed. Yeah, yeah. Not bad. Right, so with that all paid in and that, let's get in and see what's changed. Much better light in here. My crazy old RS. If you can hear in the background, no, 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 no. On tonight's episode of Top Gear. I know what I filmed last time at the short on my shorts. Bam. A GT40. Pause a second. I know that for the GT40 it was called the GT40 because it had to be 40 inches tall for the regulations of the 24 Hours of Le Mans back in 1966. But this particular Ford GT is still called the GT40 because at the time it just so happened to be celebrating the 40th birthday of the original Mark 1 and Mark 2 Ford GT40s. And plus, the design is pretty much exactly the same as the original GT40. So, it's essentially just a slightly bigger, more up-to-date version of the original GT40, hence why I still call it the GT40. Sierra Cosy, that's that. Funny, it's got a boot, but these, the air ducts, that actually sits within the boot itself. So, like what Hammond says, that boot is there purely to accommodate the boot lid.
What about yours then? Oh.
There you are, you see, look!
Well, actually, that's not bad, is it?
It's not bad at all. You just pop your bag in there like that, and
Yes.
You're away.
Hang on, there's a problem here, though, because look, this dips in here. You can't put anything in there. That boot is there purely to accommodate the boot lid.
Even a custom subwoofer fitted. A roll cage. Oh, that's a really nice interior. I like that. And I think the Mark 1, Mark 2 Golf, I think. Gotta go into the engine on the other side, but we'll see to that in a bit. We'll see more of these Cortinas and Escorts later at the Festival of Motoring. So far everything's the same as last time. It's surprising to think a Mark 3 Escort, you'd think it's rear wheel drive and it looks like it should be rear wheel drive, but it's front wheel drive. I don't know why they decided to make it front wheel drive, but it looks like it should be rear wheel drive. And I think Escorts up until this point were all rear wheel drive, like all of them, they were all rear wheel drive. It was only the late 90s Escort RS Corsa that was made into all-wheel drive, obviously for the rallying. RS 500, we've seen that before. M4 competition, we've seen that. I'm not sure we've seen this. I think that's an XR2 Fiesta. Well, that's an XR2 there. That's in Forza. That. This one isn't. I think this is the same one James May had for that one 80s Hot Hatchback Challenge, I think. Can't recall if we've seen the Z3 before, Z3 Roadster. E46, we definitely have seen that before. Something that you can't do in Forza, at least with this car. Open the bonnet and take a look at the engine. So, you're looking Forza developers? Can we get the E46 remodelled? I don't know if this was here last time.
It looks new. Looks out of place.
Yeah, there was a few Porsches last time, but they weren't all organised like this, I don't think. I think we have seen this, the M8, well, it looks Alpina. Done up by Alpina. 2002 Turbo, we have seen that before, I believe. The 356, we have seen this before. One of these two, I think the GT2, 1980s GT2, my first video, I accidentally thought that it was a 959. Obviously, there ain't any 959s here. So, well, as far as I know, none of these are 959s, but... and Formula 1 theme. Right, before I get copyright, the new edition, the RS4 Cabriolet, we've not seen this. Those seats, the trims on those seats. Then again, I'm not much of a Audi guy, like, only Audis I could see myself having, a Quattro, and the Gen 1 and Gen 2 R8s. Other than that, I'm not too fussed on Audis. An ordinary RS4 maybe, but that's as far as I'd go. Yes, again, bunch of bikes, not interested, so I'll skip. Those carburetors. The size of them. Looks like we've got some sort of filming going on here.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Right.
Been here before?
Yeah.
Thought I recognise you, you know. Do you think you'd be willing to say something on camera about this place?
So, you could have filmed that, the behind the scenes of that, but I'll put a clip in of that then and what I just did there with that guy there, but just film my thoughts on what I thought of this place. I'll put that clip in right now if I can find it. But here, meanwhile, what is that underneath? What is that?
Oh, I feel that should be a guess. Whoever guesses the car right wins a prize.
I don't know. I don't know when they're going to be taking this off. I don't think we'll be here to see it coming off. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments below, what Ferrari do you think this is behind me? I knew that these things would still be here. Just incredible. It's like a Vauxhall. And that would be a Vauxhall. You see the Vauxhall badge just carved there. Incredible. Leicester. And of course we've got David Coulthard's McLaren. And I think is that Schumacher's Ferrari or someone's Ferrari. Could be another one of David Coulthard's. That is nuts. So we've just kind of figured out what this Ferrari could be, and we think it could be this SF90 Stradale XX. So like, look at the way that it looks like with the aero, the front lip, the rear wing on the back, the shape. It looks identical. See if I can pop a proper HD picture up for you. It looks pretty much identical. F430, F12 Ballinetta, got a California T, 612 Scaglietti, I think is that two of them? No. 612 Scaglietti, 599, I believe another variant of the SF90, I think. Don't quote me on that. Got, well, few GTB Veros. We got F355 ordinary version, F355, I think a Challenge Stradale variant for 5.8 Speciale, that's it. Beautiful things. Absolutely wonderful. This would be that, so the 308 GTB Retro Racina. Don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not much of a Ferrari man, so I can only apologise if I'm butchering that pronunciation. Incredible.
Car enthusiasts would try and find it.
This is new. This wasn't here last time.
No wonder I recognise it. It's like, is it? Something else was here.
Look at that, man. The curves on the back, look at that. Look at that back. It's a 190 SL. I think these are new. Could be wrong. I need to revisit my last video. Might have seen this the first time, I can't quite remember. I have seen an Instagram clip of them packing up some other cars and bringing new cars in, so I think once upon a time in one Forza, I can't remember if it was Horizon 3, 4 or 5, I'd essentially got this exact Mercedes C-Class, and I think I may have put this exact paint job on it, I think. The matte black and those stripes. I need to look through my Forza livery catalogue and see. McLarens, they're all roughly the same, except I've just seen, it's not an F1 sadly, but an MP4-12C.
That'll sound good with adenoids. Yeah, really. Want to come for a ride in my MP4-12C?
It wasn't here last time.
Wow.
SL65 black. I don't think this was here last time. Look at the wide body on that. Factory standard wide body. Then again, the ride on this is pretty shoddy. And engine, those that don't know, think V8. Nope. Zoom in on edit for you. And you can kind of see it there. Bi-turbo V12. You wouldn't think that this has a V12. That is bonkers. I think it might be the same V12 that's used in the Zondas and the Huayras and even the Utopias, I think. All of these we've seen before. SLRs. We've not seen, I don't think we've seen the interior and engine bay of the SLR. Let's take a look. Supercharged V8. Front mid-engine. Something peculiar with this. There's the engine, and all of that there is the intake system. It goes all the way to the Mercedes badge at the front there, which you can't quite see. But when you're taking the engine out, that whole front unit comes out with it. That is just bonkers to think about. Put an image of the engine removed now and it's just bonkers. This might have been the exact one Jeremy Clarkson drove to Oslo, I don't quite know. I don't think so. It's not the one Hammond reviewed on when he was at I think South Africa. That is nuts. So here we've got, once again, back at the Lamborghini section, where the former test drivers, Diablo and Valentino Balboni, there's his signature. It's nuts that this car used to belong to Valentino Balboni. That is. We've got a manual Mercy. Wingless Countach. Oh, I think that's new. Fortunately, we can't get closer to it. I think that's new. Not sure what Lamborghini that is, but it's definitely not one I'm familiar with. It's a front engine Ferrari, like Ferrari, front engine Lamborghini, which is kind of rare. And there's that Lamborghini Espada. That in GTA is a GTA submarine. I'll get screenshots of both of those cars. Managed to recreate that in Forza. The interior of that is wild. Get on the other side and see if we can get a better look at that. These 4 exhausts, quad exhausts, the Moulsdale yeah. Fantastic. Cyan. Just notice the carbon fibre accents all over it, man. The size of those wheels, those brakes. How can I steal? We've already seen that before. Now we've got the car that constantly kept breaking down for James May, the Lamborghini Huracan. Unfortunately, it's not the same one. It says it was left-hand drive. This, obviously, right-hand drive. Says was right-hand drive. This, obviously, left-hand drive. Interior is different to when he had it. It's not the same car that James had, but phenomenal.
Lamborghini Jarama.
Apparently managed to find that this 1970 to 1976 Lamborghini Jarama, apparently super rare, so that's another super rare car off the list. An old Jag E-Type and some old Mercedes. I don't know what Mercedes it is, probably part of the old Mercedes Daimler group. And that we have that Aston Martin Lagonda back there. Super ominous Aston Martin. That's wow. That's an old Rolls Royce back there. Not a Rolls Royce, a Bentley, I think. This is where I got that epic shot the first time I was here, if I could recreate it. Action. Absolutely wonderful. Get a better look at that Lagonda, sorta. There we go. Now that's a better look at the Lagonda. Look at that. That's a better look. Rather nice. MC20 and Bora, and what's done that way? Could be the SV and the Aventador Roadster that was there last time, I think. Oh no. Right, the Aventador Roadster's not there, the SV's still here. The SV's still here, but we've got something else. The Gallardo Spider. Wow. And all that art. And just like that, that's a little bit of the collection tour over. We've seen all the cars that are in here now. I would like to stay for a bit longer and find out what Ferrari is under that top when they eventually probably reveal it later on. But I've got another car show to get to, and that's Scottish Festival of Motoring. So with that, I'm going to round this video off here. I'm going to assume that car and that Ferrari under that top is the SF9A XX Stradale. But I'll probably post a picture when they eventually reveal it on their Instagram. I'll pop a picture up right now of what it actually is and see if we were right. But with that, I'm going to round this video off here. So if you enjoyed that, be sure to like the video, be sure to leave a comment, like the video, subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any other videos like this. Yeah, I think that's all here. So if you enjoyed that, and I've already said that, this will be Matt Automotive signing off. See you next time. Peace.